got it. It's going on. It's your girl. It's Sunday, you guys. Happy Sunday. It is your girl, it's the Forex Smile, some other mother, and we are here back. It is Sunday. We're gonna do a weekly markup. I see it. That's my baby girl asking me about some purple Play-Doh. So yeah, it is Sunday. We are definitely going to get into some markups. I'm getting ready to look at gold, you guys. Y'all know how I always do it. I definitely have to look at gold. I definitely want to see what gold's going to do this week. I'm excited. It is Sunday, so I'm finishing up Sunday dinner. Girls are playing, getting ready for school tomorrow. Husband just left me an errand, and we definitely have class tonight. So I'm going to get prepared by even doing this video because this is going to show me what I'm going to be looking at later on, and also just kind of see what we got going on because, that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead. Let's look at gold. Let's go ahead and let's get into it. Y'all, let's go ahead and check that video and make sure, hey, like this video, y'all. Hold on. Let me take these glasses off. Like the video. Like the video. Right? Comment on the video. Man, just like it. Don't leave without liking or hitting that button. Don't just come here and just be nosy. Man, like what you see. Comment. It helps you. It helps me. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, let's go ahead. This is gold. We got gold up, you guys. Let's go ahead and look at gold. I was just my glasses were they were glaring across the thing. I have a couple of reading glasses that I use. Let's go ahead and let's put these on. I think I was just having a glare. You can see it with bouncing off, but I definitely I like my glasses, y'all. I like my glasses. I like them. I think my other ones are, I think they're in the other room, but I'm gonna go ahead and put these on. See what we got. There we go. We got some light. Let there be light. All right. So let's go ahead. We got the weekly chart up. The market is officially open. It is 4:33 Central Standard Time. So we're definitely going to go ahead and let's see what we got going on. Not too much going on. Of course, we are looking at gold. Gold definitely did its thing last week. It was up and down. Able to make some money, able to make some good money last week. Definitely, this we did some good. We did good, right? So let's go ahead and let's do what I always like to do. I'm gonna go to this weekly chart and I'm gonna see exactly what's going on, which direction we are going in. And so we know that, man, look, gold actually has been on an uptrend since 2018. And then it actually came and made another drop about 2021. And it came right back and hit this, it fell below this low, right? And so, of course, we see that this was our previous low, and then it came right back down and it made another low. So this is back in December of last year. And so what it did was it made that triple bottom. And so this was everybody was talking about. It was like, hey, this is a triple bottom. It hit this area, hit this low, and it broke that previous low. And we were like, okay, hey, once it break that previous low, we already know what's going on. And actually it came right back to that area, and then it bounced up, stopped, and it's been going on. So right now, this is where gold is currently at. This is where price is at right about here. It is at around 1868, right? 1868, 0.127. So right now we're seeing if gold is going to actually continue to go up into that direction. But we already know that gold has been here previously. And how we know that is because we can look to the left and we can see what our price has actually got to. So we see that gold has been in this zone once before. We see it came right back here once again. It came right back here once again. And now here we are. Of course, you can see it probably broke through there just a little bit, but we are in that zone. So we're in that price range. And so what we have to understand is that we can see that gold has actually been here before. And we know when candles continuously come to that same spot over and over again, we got to look at what it did last time. So we definitely made some reaction here. And so now we are here. But of course, we are on a weekly chart. So we're not even going to worry about what's going on the weekly chart. Let's look deeper into it. We can clearly see that where gold is clearly at, right? So we know that what's going on. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to mark up my high and my low. And let's go ahead and let's see what we got. I like to mark up my high and my low for the week, or for, just to kind of look and see what's really going on. So I color code it. I'm going to make it look like this. So we're going to do the weekly at purple. Always did purple. Just because I like to see exactly what's really popping, right? What's really going on, what's really popping as far as like with that. Right. So we got gold getting here, getting there, and we can see the high. We can see it came here and it gave us this bait, sale. Now look, we got the same reaction, and now it came right back down. So it came right back to the same support area. So right now, what we are looking at is that gold is sitting at this resistance. So we already know this is support and resistance. We're not supporting resistance class, but this is the resistance that we are sitting at currently. So we know that on the weekly, if it breaks this resistance, we got some action, right? So we know that if it breaks above that and tests that we definitely have a continuation up to the upside, because we know that one thing we have to understand is that trades have to complete themselves. And so right now it's came to this high, right? So we hit this high, came right back down, and it's kind of just sat right here. And now look, we came right back up to this high. So now we are here, and what we did is we right back to that same exact spot. So I already know when I come right back to the same spot, I gotta understand what I gotta look to the left. I gotta see exactly what's going on and where our candles came at the previous time. So when they came back here, I'm already knowing that there's a possibility that the candles could you know we don't even know what they possibly can do. So we just got to really just see exactly what's going on by looking to the left. But we're going to take it down to a lower time frame, and then we're going to see exactly what's going on, right? I'm going to go down to the daily. So yeah, so now we can see that the market is, like I say, it's open, but of course we're on the daily chart. And so we zoom out a little bit, we can literally see what's really going on right here, you guys. So look at where gold sat at previously. Like every time it came to this resistance, look at the reaction that it made. Back up here again. And now we're here at the same spot, you guys. So I'm knowing that this is significantly, like, the resistance is strong. I need you to break that resistance, but I just don't think that you're going to do that right now. I think that you got to pull back. You got to retrace. You got to retest. You got to come back to this particular area, because if you don't, then you know what's going to happen, right? So, and let's go ahead and mark up the daily high. So we are sitting at a daily high. We're right there. We're right there. So y'all know I do my green. I do the whole zone thing. I do the whole zone thing. I know you're okay. I do the whole zone thing. And so this is how I mark up. This is what I'm looking at. So this is what okay, we're gonna go there in just a second. All right. Because we want to take a bath, okay? So go that way. But you can't run with the Play-Doh. All right. So go put the Play-Doh back down. So we are hitting the high, we came right back down. And now we hit this low, and right now we're right back in this zone. So we got to understand that even if our candles break above this and when the market opens back up, what is it going to do when it really starts to move? So from this resistance to here, that is a significant amount of points, you guys. Like, this is a significant amount of points. I can see what's going on. I'm knowing that, hey, this is on a daily chart. So we have to really understand that, hey, we are just kind of sitting here, but we don't really know what's going to happen when the market really starts moving around. Okay. So we're coming off NFP week. And so we already know that the market's got to correct itself. So this is a better look. Let's go down. So we're on the 4 hour. And so let's go ahead and let's mark up that 4 hour chart. I like to make it pink. Let's go ahead and see something real quick. Making a 4 hour chart. And so now let's look at exactly what's going on here. This is a for real live continuation, you guys. Like, I'm looking at how my candles have hit this 4 hour, and they made this resistance. They came up and say, hey, I hit this area, and then I came right back down. Came and I stopped right here. So look it to the left. We got to see what's going on. And I know some people don't use support and resistance. They don't use indicators. They don't use any of these trades. I mean, these indicators. But you guys, I use indicators. I use the 200. I use the 50. I also use the RSI, and I also use my MACD. I live by them. I think they are a significant amount. I love it when my 50 and my 200 cross. I think it's amazing. I love it when the 10 and the 50 also cross, because when it crosses, it lets you know which direction we're going in. And I just wait for the confirmation to take the trade. And that's what I do. I am a confirmation trader. I'm not a completely risky trader. Like I do take some risk, but I take calculated risk, right? So I've known that, the way that I trade is the way that my life is set up, right? So I'm not a big risk taker, but I do take some risk. And I know people say, well, you've no risk, no reward. Yeah, I get that. I understand that. But I take enough to, put myself in a position where, hey, I can jump off the cliff. I could go head first, and I'm going to get in there and I'm going to know what I'm doing. But I want to make sure that I have my setup correctly done, and it's done the way that I know how to trade. Because as a mother, and I got kids, I have a family set up, and so the thing is, I know I can't look at the market all day. I'm not going to do it, so don't even ask me to do that, right? I'm looking at the market at night. I'm doing the setups. I'm trading during the New York session. I'm done 9:30, 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Maybe gold may make another move about 12, but I'm not doing all day scalping. I'm in and out. I'm not doing that, you guys. I'm setting my goal for that session. I'm setting my goal for that day. And guess what? If I accomplish it, great. If it don't move for me, I'm moving on, and I'm going to just do another setup for the next session, you guys. So I do not stay in the charts. I do not need to do that. My life is not set up like that. I have other things that I have to do throughout the day, and trading is only supposed to complement your life and not complicate it. So shout outs to the ones that look at the trades all day, that are in trades all day, that are scalping. I commend you. I just don't have that kind of time anymore, you guys. Like, I really don't. I have so many things that I've tried to do. Like, I have to dedicate my life, and I have to have it set up. Like, I'm so organized, and I have a time schedule, and my husband talks about me all the time, and I'm doing such a better job of not being so consumed to that schedule. But really, you guys, like, I really, we got kids, and we got to pick up, and, I got other organizations that I work with, and I do things outside of this. Of course, posting these videos takes some time. Of course, teaching other classes takes some time. So I teach other people how to trade. I teach people how to, like, just know about the confirmations. So, man, it is definitely challenging. So I'm not in this trade all day, you guys. And gold don't move like that, y'all. It don't move all day. If it ain't moving in the morning, don't take the trade. So it is what it is. Gold is going to do what it's going to do. And when it does what it does, it's going to do what it does. So let's go ahead. Let's look into it. Now that I got off that real spill, you guys. Okay, so gold is definitely, you guys, look at this support and resistance, man. It's immaculate. Like, the setup that we have with gold. Like, it is an amazing setup. One thing you guys need to learn about gold is that gold is going to come to the area. It's going to pull back. It's going to retrace. It's going to do whatever it's going to do. Get in, get out, get your money. Don't stay in that trade long. If you do, you're going to get your feelings hurt. I promise you that, right? So I had to learn the hard way. Definitely break out, hit, get out. Let it do whatever it's going to do. When you see gold approaching a support or resistance area that has been touched previously, I suggest you get out of that trade. I suggest you take your profit and you move, or you can move your stop loss. That way you can stay in the trade a little bit longer. Me personally, I know that once it get that area of resistance or support, it is definitely going to pull back. I'm getting out the trade. I'm not staying in no gold all day. So gold will definitely get you your money between 30 minutes and 45 minutes, depending on when you get in that trade. For me, it starts about 7 a.m., 7:30. I can hold a trade until 9:30, but I'm not doing that, right? So I like to get in when my confirmations hit, and I'm getting out of that thing. So gold definitely did what we needed it to do. But just look, you guys, just look at how it came to this price. Look how it came to 1807 and just dropped. Look how it came right back here and just dropped. Look how it broke through there just a little bit and then just dropped, right? And so now it kept coming to this same resistance. It's a resistance over here, it's a support over here, and then it broke through there and it said, hey, I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm no longer needed over here, right? So now we are at this particular price. And so we really don't really know what it's going to do. So I'm knowing that when gold reaches a resistance, it's got to pull back. It's got to do something. So I know that, hey, if it hits here and we are at this high, we're definitely going to get some type of drawdown. We're going to get some type of pullback. We're going to get some type of retest. And so I'm looking at my previous fractals because I live by fractals, you guys. I love me some damn fractals, man. Shout out to William Fractal for this because it is amazing, right? So I'm knowing that this is a 4-hour chart. So I know that there's more candles sitting at their resistance. So let me go ahead and go down to the 1 hour, right? Because I trade off the 15-minute or I trade off the 30-minute, depending on what's going on. So look at what's already happening. We are seeing price come out for this resistance. And so we're already knowing, look at the amount of candles that are coming down, right? So we understand that even though we have some candles right here, this is the major area that the candles particularly stopped more than once. And so we just don't do support and resistance on 1 or 2 candles. It has to be multiple candles touching that particular area over and over and over and over and over and over again. And so this is what is doing it for me. Like I see candles touching here, and I also see a lot of candles touching in this zone right here. And so I know that we know that it has to get here first, but look at where we got to before we made that, pull back up to the top, right? So I'm looking at my candles could potentially come back and drop here, but of course I know that NFP happened and we got some area in between right about here. So there is a possibility that our candles can go either way. So let's go ahead and let's go down to the 30-minute because this is where I actually get out the trade. Okay, I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her. She okay? She okay? Okay, well let her do it. Let her finish because I gotta give her a bath anyway. She's okay. Like I'm almost done. I promise you. Yeah, she okay. So let's go ahead and look at the 30-minute. I'm gonna change her because I'm gonna give her a bath. So I'm not gonna even wipe her. I'm gonna wipe her down as soon as I finish this. All right, so we got this area. So now we see that gold is sitting right here. So now let's go ahead and let's look at this 30-minute, right? So I'm on a 30-minute. Now this is where I typically stop at, right? So I'm like, okay, I know that my candles are going to, come to this particular area. We got to pull back. Now, the overall trend we did see on the weekly is going into this uptrend, you guys. So we can't deny where gold wants to do, but we also know what is the dollar going to be doing? What are these indices going to be doing? So we already know that, hey, that plays a major part in gold. So right now, we don't know what the dollar is going to be doing, but we can only predict that gold is going to come back out of this area, out of this zone, and hit a support area and then do what it needs to do, right? So everybody know y'all love me some. Look, make sure y'all hit those links in my description box. I talk about all these different articles that I read, and I don't think you have to be so educated on gold to understand the trading, but definitely I always post about the links that I use, and investing.com is one of those things that I've used. I love me some investing.com, and I go to FinViz to look at the strength of it. But if you want to learn about just some articles and just some daily Forex news, I got those links down below because definitely you got to know what's going on. You got to have the fundamental. You got to have the technical analysis also too, but you got to know what's going on in the market and why these pairs are doing what they do. So yeah, make sure hit those links, you guys, because you definitely can get some great articles. Subscribe to their channel and subscribe to their email list, and they'll send you those articles every day about whatever pair that you need. So all right, let's get back into it, right? So we got gold coming up out of here. So this is where I'm going to just show you how amazingly, this is crazy. This is so good. So I am going to zoom out so you guys can see my chart and see how that support and resistance, how these zones have matched up, right? So we definitely have all of our charts, everything from looking from our purple. Of course, we see that is the weekly. We see that the green is our daily, and we see that our black is our 30-minute. We see that our pink is our 4-hour. So we definitely have the zones marked up. We have these support and resistance. Like, y'all, this is like just continuing up. So I really honestly, I don't know if gold has said, hey, I'm tired, you guys. I can't go any further. Like, I've reached this area of high. I've reached this zone. I've reached this, this, because it hit a demand area, then it hit a supply. Like, this is, hey, I am done, right? So now we got to do what I need to do. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put on my I'm gonna use my indicators that I use, you guys. That way we can see what's going on. We can see the market. So I am going to definitely come here and take off my 10. I use the 50, and I definitely use my 200 and my 50. I think they are really great indicators to use. I also use the simple 20 if I am using the Bollinger Band. So I don't put the 20 on there if I'm just by itself, but I definitely use it with the Bollinger Band. Like, I definitely use that Bollinger Band, you guys. It is just crazy nuts. I love me some Bollinger Band. So, oh, I thought I took this off. All right, so now we got the 50 and we got the 200. So we can clearly see where the 50 is, right? So you see where the 50 is. We see that our candles are really stopping right about here. So I like to go ahead and mark those up because I'm knowing that, hey, if my candles do reach that area, that is a pretty significant drop. Of course, we know that we have those candles that could potentially pause and stop us right about here in this area. But one thing we have to understand is that this is a zone, right? So we're looking at our moving averages hit there, and then our next drop could be around this particular zone. But we're not even trying to worry about that right now. We got to see what it's going to do once it comes up alpha here. Like, that's what we have to see if it's going to continue to this sell, right? Because we don't really know where it's actually going to go. So one thing that I typically like to do is that if I want to see where my candles are going, if I want to know exactly what's going on, is that I'm going to draw that fib, you guys. I'm definitely going to draw the fib up. Now, there is no time frame that you can draw the fib on any time frame that you would like. But I am a higher time frame fib kind of girl, right? Because I like to see the overall trend. And I need to see the entire thing. So this is on the 1 hour. I don't even think that I really marked up the 1 hour, but you can go to the 4. I think 4 hour is tops. Like, you really shouldn't look anything further than a 1 hour unless you just like to, to look at that, right? So when I'm looking to draw a Fibonacci retracement tool, I need to look at the last major trend. Okay. So if I'm looking at the last major trend, this is a major trend, right? So this is went from low all the way to the high, right? And you don't want to put your fib on a moving candle because you can't do that because you are still in that trend. So that's why it's very difficult sometimes because you don't really know where it's going to go. And you have to allow the candles to pull back and retrace. So since the 1 hour since the 4 hour did not really show us some retracement, some pullback, let's go down to the 30-minute, or let's go down to the 1 hour. I think we should do the 30-minute. So the last major trend on this particular time frame, the last major trend that stopped and did everything we wanted to do, of course, was this trend right here. It went from the high all the way to the low. It also went from the low all the way up to the high. So right here, you do have this is your last trend because it did exactly what it was supposed to do. This is also the last. So this is a major trend because it went from here, it went from your swing high to swing low, and it also went from your swing low to swing high, right? So we just have to go to what the last trend was. And the last trend was this. This was our last trend. And it's also pulling out of this area. So let's go ahead and let's mark up that chart. And we got to go from where the trend started, you guys. Like, we got to understand, where did that trend start? Did it start here? Did it start here? Did it start here? It did not start here. This is where that trend started. All right. So we're going to start there. We're going to draw by trend line like so. Put it on that last where it stopped at. And so this is where it's very important to me, right? Because I learned about the money zones. I learned about the golden zones. I call them the golden zones because it is just like liquid gold, right? It's like trading gold. Anything in between your 38, your 50, and your 618 is you got money. Like it is going to be amazing. So if I know that I break this trend line and I'm hitting to this area, because I can clearly see like these are my lines that I marked up, you guys. So look at the areas that I marked up already. Like we were talking about this, and this is, let's go ahead and let's make this green. Let's just make this green. All right. Let's go make this zone green. Now, if I go ahead and I put my indicators on this zone, because my 30% is right here in the middle of this. If I go ahead and I put my indicators up here, it's going to match up. That is where that 50% was at. I'm sorry, the 50 moving average is right here, right? And we're in that what? That 38% zone. So now once we break this 50%, then we got to look and see what's next. So I like to look at the 15-minute. I like to look at the 30-minute. It just really depends on what I'm feeling. But like I need to mark up my charts on a higher time frame. But my entry is always going to be that 15 to 30, right? So now that we have your fib drawn up. So you guys look at the fib. Look at what it did, right? Let's be a little more accurate, okay? So now we got our 50. Now we got our 50. Remember, look at the 30-minute. Look at the 30-minute. We got this marked up. Bam, bam, bam. It stopped. We got it marked up. It stopped here. But if you go down to the 15-minute, the first green horizontal line is where our 50 is, right? And our 200 is where our 50% on the fib is, right? So I'm already knowing that these are going to be areas that I'm going to be cautious of and I'm going to look out for because they're on my fib. They're in between these areas. So 618, 30%, and what? The 618, 30%, and the 50% are always my golden zone. So one thing that I can always do, so I'm going to put a horizontal line here to explore 618. This is allowing me to see these areas. Now, of course, once we break this 200, we can take it down here. This is where we're going to, but once it breaks here, it is definitely going to continue on. Like this is where it's got to complete itself, right? So I'm already looking at this and I can see these areas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go take off my fib, right? Because I already got it marked up. I'm looking at what's going on. I'm seeing, okay, hey, this is as a potential area. We already know, but we got to come out of this area. So my thing is this. When you see your candles coming up out of this and it's breaking the trend line, you got to let the trend line break. But you also have to know that we're heading for this 38%, right? Once it breaks this, we're heading for this zone because this is our first area of like the money zone. Once it hit that 30%, you got to allow your candles to break, retest, all the things that they need to do. All right. So now we got those zones marked up and now we got it completely looking really, really good. Let's go ahead and take it off. Let's go ahead and take off these EMAs and voila, magic, right? So now I'm already knowing, hey, if it comes to this first line, I got to wait because it's coming fresh out of the zone. And one thing about gold, you guys, if it comes here first, you got to let it break that because chances are if it comes here and it doesn't have enough momentum, it can continue down, but we got to understand we are still looking at what? We are still showing an upside. We're still showing an uptrend. We're still showing this movement to the upside. So I'm not really ready to take this trade in gold unless I go down to the 5-minute, right? Unless I go down to the 5-minute. If I go down to the 5-minute, look at where my 50 is at now. But look at where my 200 is at now. So I'm definitely going to do what I need to do. If I break this, you guys, and I got the momentum that I need, that's my first TP. But I'm taking off the 5-minute chart because I'm breaking this area and I gotta come to this zone first. So once I come here first, I'm taking my profit. I'm done. I'm out of there, right? I'm going to wait for it to break through, test this, whatever it's going to do. But these zones are very important because I know that it's got to come here first. So once it comes here, I got to see what's going to do. Okay, this is my first zone. This is my next zone. This is my third zone, right? If it breaks all of these 3 zones, it can continue on down. But this is where we are wanting these zones to come to for the week. It's not going to do this in 1 day. It's not going to do this in 2 days. But this is all our different zones that we want them to take throughout the week, right? So I'm knowing that, man, I could take this trade today, tomorrow, whatever it's going to do, take my profit and get up out of there. Once it comes here, it's got to pull back. It's got to retrace. Got to do whatever. Then I can see what's the next move. So that's how I draw my fibs up. And in the midst of that, after I do the fibs, after I say, oh, I got all this, I'm going to put that Bollinger Band on and I'm going to see that entry. I'm going to see where that 20 is heading. I'm going to see if my band is opening up, all the things that it needs to do. So I don't know exactly where gold is going to go for the week, but hey, my zone is if you break these areas, we got these zones, right? I'm looking forward to it. I can see what's going to happen. I got to look at some articles. I'm going to drop them in those links. Y'all make sure y'all check them out. And of course, y'all know if y'all have watched me thus far in this video all this while, man, y'all should be hitting that like button by now. So make sure y'all hit that like button and comment and let me know what you guys think, because definitely I'm looking forward this week. But this is my outlook on gold. This is my see what gold is going to do. I don't know, but it's going to be very difficult to break this. I think gold is definitely going to come back up sometime. But if we get a break in the zone and we break above it, then we already know where it's headed to because we already got those zones marked up from those higher time frames, right? So we're already knowing where they're going to go, but we just have to allow the candles to do whatever they need to do. Figure it out, let it come back in the zone, let it break above it. Man, but if you take this down for the sale, if you get here and you say, hey, I have gone all I can do, man, I'm waiting for the 3 zones to do whatever they need to do, because gold definitely bought up and it definitely has done an amazing job these last few weeks, last year, just how amazing it has actually executed for, for the last part of the year and going into this new year. So we are definitely can see that it may possibly definitely go and hit this 4-hour zone. So we just don't know, you guys, where it's going to actually head, but it's going to be in this area. So we got to wait. We got to be patient. We got to see what's going on. Higher time frames is always cool to see the overall trend. But if you want some entry and you need that pullback and you got to see what's going on, man, you got to go to a lower time frame. You got to see where your entry is going to be. You got to understand where your indicators are. If you use them, if you don't use them, if you use price action, if you use supply and demand, it's all going to tie into each other. And so we're definitely going to see how this is going to play out through the week coming up. So market is open. Market is official. We're going to get into it. It is Sunday night, you guys. I'm going to get myself together for my call tonight. I'm going to feed the girls. We're going to have a nice dinner. And man, we're going to crush the market this week. So always remember, man, it's not about how you start. It's always about how you finish it. And my quote that I have been talking about, and I just quote up here, that's like, I love this quote. I heard it last week, and I think I'm just going to it's amazing how I heard how he used it, and I think that is something that we definitely have to understand. So y'all already know, look, you either accept it, eliminate it, or adjust to it, right? So I'm gonna get on out of here and get myself some dinner. It was great. You amazing. Make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe, all the great things. And so it is your girl, the mother, and the Forex Mom. I am out of here. See y'all next time.